Sí, está Sergio y... Sí, sí, está ahí conmigo. Sí, está Sergio.
Termales, tecnología, estudios biomecánicos, realización de plantillas, psicología, nutrición, escáner dental, depilación láser.
Si lo que quiere es comprar un coche, en Flexicar tenemos más de 400 coches a la venta. Ven a Flexicar, ven.
9 Suárez, 10 Messi, 11 Neymar, 12 Rafinha, 14 Leganes, 8 Gabriel Pide la cárcel, Mamadou Koné, 15 Víctor Díaz, 18 Pablo, 5 Martín Martorell, 6
Alberto Leganes welcome reigning champions Barcelona on match day 4 of the La Liga season. Barca will be wary of top-flight newcomers, having suffered a surprising defeat last weekend at the hands of Alaves, and they make their first ever trip here in La Liga with plenty of changes made by Luis Enrique. Leganes have already shown that they are capable of withstanding big sides, beating Celta Vigo on the opening day of the season and holding Atletico Madrid to a 0-0 draw. Can they make it 2 shocks in 7 days for Barca? I'm Duncan Bishop, joined by Lucas Brown for this early Saturday kickoff. Lucas, this a fixture that few could have predicted would even be taking place.
Changes last week against Alaves. And if he's tweaked the squad again today, or the starting 11, and doesn't produce that side that really are expected to sit back with 11 behind the ball, then the knives could be out once again for Luis Enrique. A large group of Barca fans, although they did return a few tickets.
Well, it's interesting the differing attitudes to the midday kickoffs, the early starts. Real Madrid not big fans of it. Barca do like them. The 12 o'clock kickoffs on a Sunday, and this their first ever 1 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday. They like it. It gives more... Well, they held Atletico Madrid to that 0-0 draw, having beaten Celta on match day 1. Short at the back.
I was going to say another clearance by Mascherano straight to a Leganes player.
Taken away from Neymar, he goes down, no foul given. Iniesta's intercepted, he tries to feed through to Messi, great slide. Jordi Alba. Well, in theory, he's playing higher up the pitch today. He does like to get forward, Jordi Alba. Maybe called upon, was not there for them. That will go down as a first opportunity for Leganes. Suarez turns. Suarez tried to play through Neymar. Cervantes stays inside his area. It's going to be pulled back to Messi and blocked. This is where Barca are more comfortable. Inside the area, Messi on the ball. Crowd of bodies around him. He somehow weaves his way away and he's given the ball to...
There was a good chance for Messi there. A good Barca move. What do I have to say? Good defence.
Leganes causing problems in the box, but now it's Barca's turn to go forward. Left by Rakitic, there's space here for Rafinha to work. Slips one through. It is back to goal, but he manages to find the pass to Neymar, and there's an almost rugby challenge attempt inside the box.
Getting up, but Rafinha now with the chance.
Rafinha pulls it back, it's Suarez, clips it over, Neymar! Driving the ball into the ground, it goes over the crossbar.
That really should have been 2-0. You can see by Neymar's reaction. That was a golden opportunity, and Rafinha doing exceptionally well.
Suarez crossing almost in slow motion. Beautifully floated over, set up for Neymar. I don't think he meant to drive it in. 2015-2016 season.
Has conceded a throw on that far side. The options going forward is, I think Barca are playing really almost too deep. They're not taking the game to Leganes at all. They were playing on the break like a real away team, which does surprise me. Just to give you some idea of the difference between these two teams, Leganes have got 12 supporters clubs, Barcelona 1,444. It really is Here, but from watching this opening half an hour, you wouldn't know the disparity between these two teams at the moment in terms of, well, almost every level, financially and the success and the support.
Well, that was Luis Sastre there with the Greco-Roman challenge on Neymar.
Being assured is important for the coach to trust you in big games.
And the front three are going forward. Neymar is pickpocketed there in the midfield. Yeah, any stretch of your imagination, but there are those sections that get dug up by the odd challenge.
And I think they laid a new pitch in the summer here, along with all the other preparations for their first ever season in the...
And held up for a little bit too long. It's Mascherano who took it away from Gabriel. Finds a pass to Neymar. Neymar waits for a runner. Jordi Alba, always keen to oblige on the overlap. Plays an initial cut back to Rakitic. Haven't seen so much from Rakitic in this game. Flicked through by Messi. He's just in between his two intended targets of Suarez and Neymar. He was going to let them fight for it amongst them. Suarez will try and draw the defenders away. One has to stick with Messi. Here's Neymar. He'll scoop in. Played to Alba. Not too much available in the way of options. Neymar tries to make a move to the near post, and Alba wastes that.
This is left.
Well, the idea would have been to push Alba up further without having too many defensive duties. We haven't seen too much of him, even in defence.
No, he seems to be caught between two stools, whether to attack, and when he drops back on Titi, he's almost covering his position, Jordi Alba. It will be interesting to see if Luis... No, I do totally agree, and I said maybe Luis Enrique might well change things round with Barca in control, certainly in the scoreline at the least.
Perhaps an introduction for Sergio Roberto in the second half.
In the win against Betis, and maybe he'll feel...
Here's Suarez. He'll go one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Luis Suarez lays it off again. And Neymar completes the scoring. Leganes players look towards the referee's assistant, appealing for offside. The MSN have one goal apiece. It's Leganes 0. From Leganes, not so impressive at the back from Barca.
Standing between the three at the back.
Well, join us for the second half.
Si eres de buen paladar, en un restaurante Changó, lo vas a gozar. Tienes el restaurante Changó.
Leganes against Football Club Barcelona, and it's Barca, the visitors, who lead by 3-0, perhaps slightly undeservedly, although...
I want to say prepare for the worst, but certainly prepare maybe for the best of the MSN.
Well, remember that goal difference doesn't come into the equation at the end of a season, so it's worth it for Leganes to twist. And that was almost from his own player, ball ricocheting off the shins of Suarez.
Indeed, he had no chance for the 3 goals, perhaps with the options, and decided he's seen his attacking players try their best.
And so far, he would definitely have preferred to be playing in the midfield today.
He would, and it still makes me wonder quite why. I do get the respecting of Leganes' tactics, but whether Luis Enrique needed to go to the lengths of changing his formation to cope with Leganes, giving the home side just a little bit too much respect. It's almost having to go around the houses, and then again, as we've seen in the first half, they're playing the ball up the channels.
A collision between two Leganes players. Flicked through by Suarez. Neymar's quickest to it. Neymar Well, he was pulled down. Penalty.
I think that certainly was. They can protest as much as they like. What an absolutely glorious ball from Luis Suarez to the outside of the foot.
Let's see what card is given, because new rules have come in, avoiding the triple jeopardy. Bustinza was beaten to it for base, and quite easily as well by Neymar.
Definitely pulled back the right arm there. There's no, I mean, quite why they're arguing.
Well, it's likely to be Leo Messi to take this penalty, but remember all of the problems they had last year, so no real reason for him to change. Brings on Szymanowski, who got 12 goals in the Segunda División last season. Yet to do it in the top flight.
Yeah, despite them winning promotion, he was the only player in the Leganes team to
experience with both Valladolid and Tenerife. Here's Neymar. Glides past Bustinza, who had to be careful when he committed to the challenge, having already pulled down Neymar.
Does well here, Neymar. See there, he could have gone over even then. Does well to stay up.
Leganes. Barcelona still have a couple they can make. Neymar played across, and it's tipped onto the post, and a follow-up effort is ruled out for offside. Paco Alcácer with the ball in the back of the net.
John Andres Sarantes. Nobody marking Messi again. And Alcácer.
Luis Enrique likely to play the front three for as long as possible in that one.
Yeah, no doubt at all, given Barca's recent history against Atletico. Denis Suarez, by any means, he started his career with Celta before going to Manchester City, although obviously never made it into the Citizens' first team.
Barca have scored this month in all competitions. In the space of just 4 days, we've managed to get 12 of those. So a 6-2 victory over Betis on the opening match day of the season.
Sides, I don't really think it was a lack of respect. I think Luis Enrique felt that the side he put out could do a job. And its normality has certainly been resumed today with Messi Suarez. The bowl. And the fans making plenty of noise throughout. Normally fluid this side. You can see Mascherano in the right back position. Rafinha now in central midfield.
Well, Neymar goes the long way round, but he gets past Bustinza and he powers through on goal. And he had the cavalry arriving: Denis Suarez, Leo Messi and Paco Alcácer. Neymar
has happened so often in the first half, and now he had only eyes for goal and perhaps just took on one too many.
Neymar with a little bit of back chat. He had run in with his shoulder to Omar Ramos. We just asked him what that was all about. Neymar's response in the King's Spanish.
Raising themselves for this one. Neymar, even at 5-0, isn't content with everything, is he?
Engaged in an argument with Rafinha.
He got his name in the book there, Neymar. Perhaps why he was being pulled away by teammates. As we said earlier, I think the fact that Leganes just were not expected to be at this level.
That deflection off the Messi shot has had the ball in the back of the net, but he was clearly offside. Neymar doesn't appear to be particularly worried about picking him out in the middle. Szymanowski's going to get booked here. And it's not Szymanowski, in fact, it's the number 23, Omar Ramos, who's...
After the ball had gone there, Neymar, ball clearly had gone, and just nothing too serious, but just enough to knock the Brazilian off his feet. Quite dramatic, though, the legs going that far up in the air, but...
All teams who can move up ahead of them with victory on match day 4. Here's Neymar. Tries to find Messi.
I've got to say, since Alcácer came on, Messi hasn't been in the same form as he was when Luis Suarez was up front alongside him. Whether Suarez movement allows Messi more space. Alcacer just sitting almost on the penalty spot or in the D on the edge of the box, and the others having to work around him.
Played through to Jordi Alba, might have taken him out too far. He's pushed wide by Bustinza.
And I think that's fair enough that Alba went for that. The keeper may be unhappy. If Ter Stegen's got a gut, I'd hate to think what I've got, but I do get the fact that he just took it there. Very calm and cool there by the keeper, though, I have to say.
And one back by Neymar nicely. He does what Neymar does, which is final few minutes of a comprehensive victory, breaking up the tricks. And Casillas waiting in the centre. He points to where he wants it. Denis Suarez is not obliged. Arda Turan might try and pick him out for a hat-trick. We look at the skill again. Neymar. This time, cut out challenge. Not quite as easy as the scoreline suggests, especially in the first half.
No, indeed, Leganes took the game to Barca. Quite a surprising tactic from Asia Garritano, and it really meant that Barca